a self-export film release. Man now controls an automatic vehicle on the moon nearly 400,000 kilometers away.
Вижу лунную поверхность.
I see the lunar surface.
Первая вперед.
There's no cameraman on the moon as yet, but one can imagine that it was like this. The press all over the world has spoken of the new Russian space miracle. Lunokhod, the papers said, is a fantasy that has become a reality. They also spoke of the consistent character of the Soviet space program and its tremendous significance for humanity. Lunokhod 1. November the 17th, 1970. The self-propelled vehicle arriving on the moon is to be driven by a special crew from the Deep Space Communication Center. General supervision is in the hands of a commander. He takes the final decisions. Lunokhod has been delivered to the moon. Attention, everybody. A checkup of the space traveler's condition. A command from the Earth, and the gangways open up.
Выдаю команду Иван-6. Команда прошла. Сигнал устойчивый, изображение хорошее.
The signal is steady, the picture of a good quality. The first panoramic sweep. It provided a general picture of the area in the Sea of Rains where the Lunar 17 probe had landed. The Sea of Rains is the largest annular sea on the moon, pockmarked with numerous craters. But the landing has been made in a comparatively smooth area. The situation has been assessed. It is decided to proceed with the moon car's disembarkation. Drive 10 meters forward. Order clear. Lunokhod touches the surface of the moon. The solar battery opens up.
Сигнал растет. Есть максимум. Вижу лунную поверхность.
I see the lunar surface. It is even. There are small stones in sight. 5 meters forward. First speed ahead. Lunokhod takes its first steps. The design of the vehicle is of great scientific and technical interest. It consists of 2 main parts, an instrument compartment and an 8-wheeled self-propelled chassis. Its total weight is 756 kilograms. The instrument compartment houses the instruments and the systems that make Lunokhod tick, the equipment for scientific experiments. When developing the moon car, its designers first studied the possibility of using a crawler-type vehicle, then a walking vehicle, and even one that would travel in leaps. Preference was given to an 8-wheeled vehicle. It proved best suited for traveling on the surface of the moon, where the force of gravity is only 1/6 of that we experience on the Earth. Every wheel has its own electric engine. Each of the 8 wheels is therefore a driving wheel. Even if one or several wheels develop faults, Lunokhod will not lose its mobility. The self-propelled vehicle can negotiate various obstacles and turn either while moving or when stationary. It is an electric moon car, but where does the electric power come from? Man has learned to turn solar energy into heat and electricity. Lunokhod has equipment for converting the radiant energy of the sun into electric power. Because the moon, unlike the Earth, has no atmosphere, an enormous amount of solar energy reaches every square kilometer of the lunar surface. This amount of energy is almost equal to the total generating capacity of the Dnieper hydroelectric station. This made it possible to provide Lunokhod with a small power station of its own. The solar battery attached to the lid of the instrument compartment converts solar energy into electricity to power all of Lunokhod's systems. Only recently, the term lunodrome could have been used in science fiction only. Today, it is a reality. An area was found in the Soviet Far East, surprisingly like the lunar surface. Here, the Lunokhod chassis was put through its paces in conditions very much like those on the moon. Lunokhod's eyes. The vehicle could not be driven without its television cameras. The TV pictures are transmitted to the Earth by pencil beam antenna. The telephotometers make it possible to obtain panoramic moon pictures and conduct astronomical observations. Lunokhod's position is determined according to the Sun and the Earth by an astro-orientation system. To protect Lunokhod's instruments and systems from the drastic temperature changes, there is a system of thermal regulation. It maintains the required temperature conditions in the instrument compartment. During the lunar night, when the temperature drops to minus 130 degrees centigrade, an isotopic heater warms the gas circulating through the instrument compartment and maintains room temperature. During the lunar day, when the temperature rises to 150 degrees plus, the excess heat is given off into outer space. All the systems of Lunokhod and its landing platform were put through repeated tests both in ground conditions and in conditions closely simulating those on the moon. For this purpose, the vehicle was placed in heat and pressure chambers. In this way, lunar conditions were reproduced. A space void, low temperatures, simulated solar radiation, the thermal radiation of the moon. It was this careful preparation on the Earth that enabled this self-propelled laboratory to operate faultlessly on the moon. During the very first lunar day, it covered 197 meters, completing its first scientific observations and research. But the first lunar night was fast approaching. Lunokhod was prepared for it. It was parked in an eastward position. To conserve heat in the instrument compartment, the lid was lowered. While the lunar night continues, let's run through Lunokhod's scientific equipment. The radiometric instruments measure the intensity of the solar and galactic cosmic rays. The X-ray telescope measures the extragalactic X-ray radiation. The spectrometer carries out quick analyses of the chemical composition of the lunar soil. The penetrometer examines the physico-mechanical properties of the lunar soil. The angular reflector, made by French scientists, makes possible unique measurements of the Earth-Moon distance. This experiment involves the Pic du Midi Observatory in France and the Crimean Astrophysical Observatory in the Soviet Union. The Crimean Observatory has one of the largest telescopes. Here, there is a laser installation that points a beam at the parked moon car. The beam is bounced back, and the Earth-Moon distance is measured by the time the light travels there and back. Well, the lunar night is now over. How did Lunokhod and its systems stand up to the severe cold? Will it be able to continue its travels?
Температура в отсеке лунохода плюс 20 градусов. Давление 760 миллиметров ртутного столба. Все системы лунохода...
All of Lunokhod's systems are functioning normally.
103. Оценка обстановки. Слева 10. Камень.
10 points to the left, there is a stone, 40, at a distance of 5 meters.
Справа на расстоянии 8
To the
метров.
right, at a distance of 8 meters, there is a ridge of stones more than 50 centimeters high.
Решение 2 метра назад.
Decision, 2 meters backwards and a 60-degree turn to the right.
Есть движение. Первое назад. 103. Луноход.
103rd, Lunokhod is in motion.
Первое вперед.
The moon car is off again. Its versatile research work has been resumed. During the second lunar day, research work was combined with more practice in operating the vehicle's control system. All sorts of maneuvers were performed. It was made to travel at different speeds, to detour and negotiate obstacles. Conditions worsened. Steep slopes, boulders, craters. A large crater was chosen as the parking place for the second lunar night. Lunokhod is a sophisticated laboratory. It has been noted that during periods of heightened solar activity, radio communications on the Earth are disturbed. There are natural calamities. The Earth's atmosphere and magnetic field hamper studies of solar processes and their effect on the Earth. They protect the Earth reliably from these deadly radiations. The magnetic field and the atmosphere handicap ground instruments in studying the sun, the solar plasma, X-rays, and cosmic rays. Installing instruments in stratospheric balloons and research rockets does not provide a complete solution to the problem. The moon, which has neither an atmosphere nor a magnetic field, is an ideal platform for astronomical observations. Lunokhod thus became the first real extraterrestrial scientific lab. Well, the second lunar night came to an end, and once again the men conducting the experiment held their breaths. Would Lunokhod be able to emerge from the crater without tipping over? The trim increases. The current and the wheel temperature are normal. The angular protection is effective.
Выходим из кратера.
It's emerging.
Вышли из кратера.
It's out. Like a sturdy workhorse, Lunokhod is off again. The navigators have been given a new problem: to steer the vehicle back to its landing platform to the place where it landed on the moon. In future, such returns will be necessary to enable the vehicles to bring soil samples and scientific records back to the rocket for shipment to the Earth. Finally, the landing platform of Lunar 17 came into view. This was where this unprecedented lunar expedition had begun. Lunokhod is at its destination. This extraordinary experiment in navigation was carried out with great precision and in the time allotted for it. Dr. Yuri Surkov will now sum up the first results of the research accomplished. Lunokhod 1 was given a 3-month program to include 4 lunar days. However, it was found to be in such good condition that it then operated for a 5th lunar day. During this period, it covered more than 7,000 meters and explored 1 million square meters of the lunar surface. Such a long lifespan of Lunokhod 1 on the lunar surface, its mobility and multi-purpose equipment have enabled us to obtain a wealth of fundamentally new scientific information about the relief of the lunar surface, its composition, structure, the properties of moon rocks, the climatic and radiation conditions on the moon, and about solar and galactic radiation. New scientific experiments have also been carried out. First and foremost, the Soviet-French experiment, which made possible highly accurate measurements of the distance from the Earth to the Moon. Another new scientific experiment has been the study of the galactic X-ray radiation, which contains a great deal of information about distant heavenly bodies, the galaxies and stars, and the universe as a whole, its origin and evolution. The exploration of the moon by Lunokhod continues, and we wish this pioneer foreign planet vehicle bon voyage. Script by Evgeny Ryabchikov, directed by Evgeny Kuzis. Cameraman Anatoly Martintsov and Nikolai Shumov. A Central Popular Science Film Studios production.